Hi everyone, my name is Noah Royale. I'm here with
AfricaUSARadio.com, home of African Gospel. Ekaya Beat.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Radisson Hotel where we are hosting the third anniversary of Africa USA Radio, and I have the queen of R&B on my side. She goes by the name of Ayanda Jiya.
Hi.
Miss G, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Incredible. So how did you feel when you received a call from Africa USA Radio to say you must be part of the third anniversary?
I was very excited because the thing is, I've seen it grow. I've been to the first annual celebration, and just to see them grow in the manner of how they're growing. I think progress is everything, and obviously those things take time. I think if there's one thing I want to give Rev is, I really want to commend him for being so patient, because growing and building something, you need patience, you need perseverance, you need to be very resilient in order for things to actually come together.
Yeah.
And he has been all of those things and more. And I really commend him for sticking to the vision that God had blessed him with, and he kept on moving, and that's how he's at the place that he's at. Very honored to even be a part of something like this, to come and witness such a great initiative. So that was very exciting, and I look forward to many more.
More. That's so nice.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what did you do? What was the criteria?
Okay.
The minute they said yes, you're going to perform.
Yeah.
What did you do? How did the whole pickup of a song come about?
So I've been currently working on a lot of things. As an artist, I believe that I'm very versatile. And one thing I love about Africa USA Radio is that they promote gospel music, right? And they promote a lot of African gospel music, right? And as everyone knows me as the queen of R&B, right? But no one actually knows that my foundation comes from church. I grew up Seventh Adventist, so gospel has always been the foundation of the kind of music that I make, right?
Yes.
I've always believed that I have to be more inspirational and be more encouraging and motivational to individuals, right? And as a creative, our act of worship is to create and to continue with that. So my act of worship is to sing, right? So my thing is, I wanted to, kind of contribute even more within that gospel space. So there's a lot of that that's going to come from me, in the years to come. But what I wanted to do was also just give myself an opportunity and a moment to actually venture into that side of me. So that wasn't very hard to do today, especially when they asked me to come and perform. So I wanted to sing a song that was, relatable, but also something that people were not really used to hearing me sing, something that I grew up with. And it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it, and I think everyone else did as well.
Incredible. Talking about your history of literally growing up at church. Also, you used to, when you were coming up, you used to sing with our Dr. Dumi. I think a lot of people.
I was a backing.
Is it her?
In fact, I started. Well, when I started being in the public space, I started as a backing vocalist. But Dumi wasn't my first. It was Karabo Mongetani who was my first.
Goodness,
yes. So Karabo was the one who I met. We met through church. So I used to back him, and then that's when Dr. Dumi heard me on his record, and he was like, "I like this girl and her tone. Can she come and work with me?" Then I got the privilege to work with Dr. Dumi and see his journey grow.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, you as well as an individual, when you actually get to be aligned with the things that you need to do, obviously you also have to now focus on those things. And that's where my journey with, growing with Dumi had to end, because now I had to look into my journey and what it is that God had called me for, so I had to venture in that. But I do appreciate the opportunities that I actually got to start in the gospel space, because that was the most fundamental foundation that I was also very familiar with, and that really helped me grow. So
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, let's talk about your upcoming album. Do you have any upcoming album coming? I know you have Love Me, that is still pumping.
Yes.
You're doing the things the most.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us about it? Yes, the single, and also about your new out of work.
Oh, absolutely. So I released an album last year on my birthday on the 18th of June called A Tale of a Fallen Queen. And the song Love Me is one of the singles from the album. So that was very, I had not been dropping music in a while. So that was just me testing out if whether I still got it. You know what I mean? If I can still do this thing.
Yes.
But it was beautiful. Like, even the response was amazing. I'm currently working on an album. So this year I won't be releasing anything, but definitely definitely next year, a lot of new music is going to come out from me. Yeah.
At least we still have a lot of need from you.
Right. Yeah. But I wanna offer more. I feel like when it comes to the industry and the kind of music that we have, there's a lot of emptiness within the music that people are listening to. And if you really look into life, we really need more music that is motivating, music that is actually more about your spiritual awakening. We need to wake up as people, you know. I feel like we are in a time where we really need God, and there's so much distraction within the world that people don't actually understand how eager it is for you to actually know you need God for you to survive the things that you go through every single day. So I have taken that initiative where I just want to be a vessel to remind people that, you know what, there's a greater power. God is really does this. And a lot of things in your life that does not make sense is because you are misaligned. Align yourself and everything will be clear as day. You know, so this new album that I am working on, I just want to motivate people. I want to bring people back to realizing and awakening their spirit to who they are. Back to self and back to God. More than anything, we really need God, and I feel like we've missed that. We are so distracted with everything that entertains us, that makes us feel like we're very good here and now, but later on it's not sustainable. We need something that is going to sustain us, and that is also within our music. But like in music, I don't need to knock on the door for you to open for me. Music, you can hear my music. I already touch you through my music without me physically touching you. So it's everything that I'm saying within the music that's going to do the things that it's supposed to do within you. So that's why I'm always very conscious about what people put in their music. You got to be intentional, because music it's very spiritual. It goes a long way. And I really just want people to be aware about the power that they have when it comes to music. Yeah.
So last question. What was the moment that triggered you to say, okay, God called me for this?
I was 6 years old. I was 6 years old and God gave me a vision. I was playing outside as a little girl, and God gave me a vision. I saw it, I never forgot it. And every single day when I close my eyes, I see that vision. I know for a fact that this is something that God had called me to do. And here's the thing about that. Not everyone is going to understand your musical journey. No one's always going to understand how you're going to get to where you're going to go, right? But for the mere fact that you saw what God was showing you, you need to trust that He's going to pull you to where you're supposed to be. What you saw is the end, right? The process between where you are now to the end is what God is wanting you to trust Him for. And that's why I know for a fact that I was born to do this. I was born to do this because I was 6 when He gave it to me, and it has never changed in all my lives till now, my whole life until now. So that's how I know that this was something that I was called to do. That's how I know that it is a purpose that God has put me in, and that there's nothing else in the world that will make sense unless I actually do what it is that He called me to do. Wow. Yeah, so for me, my life now makes sense because I understand that my purpose is within the music. My act of worship is when I sing. When I sing to God, that's when I see my things happen. So everyone has that power or that connection. It's a matter of you aligning yourself to God and seeing what your path is and how God chooses to connect with you and communicate with you.
Wow, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time, and we say all the best, and looking forward to your new album. While we come from this one now, we know, I think the courage is we know that there's another one coming.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ayanda Jiya. Make sure that you look up to her upcoming album that is coming. She said not this year, next year, but definitely. Now keep on taking the music that is out there. And that's it from us. Ciao. Peace out.
AfricaUSARadio.com, home of African Gospel. Ekhaya Beat.